Hi everybody, my name is Michael Orr. I'm a product specialist with the Autodesk Construction Cloud. I look after our quantity takeoff solutions, Autodesk Takeoff and Assemble for the APAC region. And I'm really happy that you can all join us today. So when we talk about Assemble, we have to talk about the Autodesk Construction Cloud. Many years ago, Autodesk came up with the ideology of being able to supply our clients a fully integrated platform where information could be shared across all phases of construction, from design, plan, build, and operations. And the way that Autodesk saw this happening was this shared data environment where models, drawings, and other information could be shared across all phases of the construction process. Now, Autodesk, instead of making our clients wait around for years for us to actually go in and actually develop our product BIM 360 to be able to do this, was we actually went to market and put our money where our mouth is and actually started to acquire these best-in-breed solutions so we could actually bring this fully unified platform to market a lot quicker. We first started acquiring solutions like a PlanGrid, which is a mobile-first worksite management tool, Building Connected, which is our subcontractor bid tendering risk management software, and Assemble, which is what we're going to be discussing today. As of last year, we did connect BIM 360 with Building Connected, PlanGrid, and Assemble. And our customers really appreciated this and they could see the benefits. But our ultimate goal was to bring to market a fully unified platform. And we successfully did this year when we released 3 brand new products to market, which is the Autodesk BIM Collaborate, being able to do all our Revit work sharing, being able to do our model coordination or clash detection, and our full constructability review. We also brought to market Autodesk Takeoff, which is our 2D, 3D takeoff solution. And we also brought to market Autodesk Build, which is our full project management, cost management, quality, safety, and project closeout software. Now, all of these softwares were built on top of the Autodesk Construction Cloud solution, Autodesk Docs. And being able to share all this information over all phases of constructions with all our models, drawings, and other information. So where does Assemble come into this equation? Well, Assemble comes after we actually work on our models. We do our design collaboration. We go in, we perform our clash detection, then we come to our model conditioning. And model conditioning is just adding information into the model. So when we talk about the I in BIM, we're really talking about information. And what Assemble allows is everyone who doesn't have to be fully BIM proficient, being able to add information into the model and take information out of the model that is needed. It also allows for working place tracking, change management, and model-based takeoffs and full design review as well. Now, the 3 main workflows that Assemble actually accomplishes is the model-based quantification and showing changes. This means we just upload our model instantly into Assemble and it automatically quantifies the whole model for us. Also, data management and model conditioning. This means that we can actually go in and add any information into the model, but it can come from multiple different areas. And we're no longer reliant on our BIM managers and our BIM modelers to be data entry people, because this information can come from multiple sources. But because of the ease of use of Assemble, this can be entered in by anyone. And then the full working place tracking. We also have a mobile solution with Assemble, which allows us to be able to have information instantly entered out on site, and that being instantly available within the model. So we can see those full working place tracking, that progress tracking, and all that information coming directly straight into the model. Now, as I said before, making in BIM ready across for the uses of construction lifecycle. So as I said, the I in BIM really, when you're talking about assemble, really stands for information. And that's allowing us to put information into the model and take information out of the model. Now, Assemble does allow for publishing from multiple sources, but with Revit, it actually has a bi-directional integration, which means that we can publish the models down from Revit to Assemble. We can also publish other models, whether they're IFC, Tekla, 3D, Civil 3D, AutoCAD 3D. All these different model formats can be published down into Assemble using Revit. But there are, with information from the model that we can enter in Assemble, can be brought back into Revit as well. So it has a bi-directional sync, which means that we can also bring information back that is needed. We also have the ability to export our models from Navisworks as well. And as you'll see later on, we also have the ability to now publish directly from the Autodesk Construction Cloud or BIM 360 as well. We also have the ability, when we're in Assemble, to select an area and it will replicate on the Revit sheet, and it will also show on the inventory as well. So if I select an item like I'm selecting here on the 3D model, you'll see that it actually shows on the Revit sheet, and it will also show directly in my bill of quantities the actual item that is selected as well. Of course, we can also hide things so we can have greater visibility of that information. We also have the ability to go in and set up color by property as well. This function allows us to break down individual categories and be able to see that with a lot more ease. We also have full data trees, which means that we can upload Excel files as a data tree. So depending on whether your data tree format is Omni format, Uni format, master format, you can actually bring in your own data format according to your own individual needs. So depending on the way that your business runs or your client's business runs, we can actually set this up according to your own individual needs and have that information present in that desired format. This can be used for work breakdown structures. This can be also used for quick links within Assemble. And it also allows us to, where any data can be brought in from things like subcontractors, employees, and external resources as well. Model conditioning. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you can actually add information into the model. But again, we don't need to be a BIM expert to be able to bring this data in. We can bring this data simply in Assemble. We can filter down the way that we want to see information, and then we can directly upload that information straight into Assemble. That can be manually entered, that can be brought in directly through the Excel integration, or that can be entered in during the from the mobile system as well, from your iOS iPad, and that data can be seen directly in the model as well. So this allows us to enrich the model and have that information come from multiple different sources. Inventory grouping is a really cool feature within Assemble. This allows us to go in and create a grouping structure, again, according to our own individual needs. So even though the model may be set up to show data in categories, in a full bill of categories, we can quickly go in and sort this information according to our needs, whether that's creating big packages, exporting that information out so we can have subcontractors or suppliers add data that we're going to bring back into the model, or simply just going in and grouping this information in a way that is relevant for either us or our site teams to be able to go in and use that data directly out on site. We also have a really great way to be able to do a model comparison. So this allows us to simply go in and compare, say, a version 1 and a version 2 of a model by simply going in and clicking one button and showing us the changes, everything that's been added, removed, type only change, quantity only change, cost changes. So this way we can simply do a quick variation with little to no effort and be able to see that and actually have a visual representation of that as well, straight in front of us. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we also have direct linking now with the Autodesk Construction Cloud and BIM 360. This means that any information that is stored within the Autodesk Construction Cloud or stored within BIM 360 can be directly added and attached to the model as well. It also allows us to go in and create issues or tasks or jobs that you can create directly in Assemble, and that information will directly be available, or those issues or tasks will be directly available in either the Autodesk Construction Cloud or BIM 360 as well. Now, we also now even have the ability to publish models, Revit models, directly from either the Autodesk Construction Cloud or BIM 360 as well. So again, no longer need to be even a Revit aficionado. Those models can be published down by our design teams that are using Revit or Navisworks to the BIM 360 or the Autodesk Construction Cloud. And then those models can be published by directly straight into Assemble as well. So we're making it more accessible and easier for anyone to be able to go in and publish models directly into Assemble. We also have the mobile app that I mentioned earlier. Now, this mobile app does have offline capabilities as well, but it allows our site teams to now have the BIM model directly available to them out on site. We can actually calibrate this so we can show them the information the way that we would like them to see it, but quickly out on site, they can be adding information like progress tracking, updating installation statuses. The mobile app also has a built-in barcode scanner as well, so they can directly add asset information and barcodes, which is also bi-directional. So if there was already a barcode on an asset item, I can scan that and bring up the asset information in the background. Or if I was adding that barcode directly to the system, then that's available against that asset as well. I could be also adding model numbers, serial numbers, all that sort of data directly out on site. And our site teams can also be seeing those schedules and those other information that has been added into the model as well. We also have an Excel connector as well. So the Excel integration is a really powerful tool. It's not just basically uploading and downloading Excel. This is a full Excel integration where you can see Assemble up the top there. This actually allows us to go in and export any data directly out of Assemble or straight out of the model. And then we can have external sources, i.e. subcontractors, suppliers, actually adding that information into the Excel spreadsheet. And then that information can be brought straight back into the model as well, updating the model for us. So again, as I mentioned earlier, this means that we're no longer reliant on this information being entered in by our BIM managers. Now this information can be added directly into the model from those other sources without relying on our BIM managers to be data entry people for us. There's also a schedule integrator as well. This allows us to go in and bring information and update our model with our schedules directly coming from Primavera 6. So we can bring these actual schedules straight into the model and update the model with little to no effort. So those Gantt charts, instead of actually manually adding that information in, there's an actual direct integration that'll bring that data straight into the model for us that can be used either by our site teams or our project managers. We also have a live integration with Power BI as well. This means that any of our information can be brought directly into Power BI. So if we have anyone that does not want to go in and learn a new software like Assemble, we can actually have that information available directly in Power BI. So things like progress tracking, costings, values, all this data can be directly seen within Power BI. So we can get direct updates of that progress tracking without even having to go into Assemble. Now, these are the main workflows. There are other workflows. Our clients are constantly showing us new and wonderful ways that they're using Assemble. But these are the main workflows that we see within Assemble: design trending and design review, flexible model conditioning, model-based quantification, BIM-based scheduling, work-in-place tracking. Now, you'll see the one area that Assemble does lack in is the 2D quantification. Now, we do have this available within our tool Autodesk Takeoff, and the two can be linked to the same file system within the Autodesk Construction Cloud as well. Thank you for joining me today for our presentation on Assemble. If you'd like to know more about Assemble or the Autodesk Construction Cloud, please reach out to us. You can either contact us directly at Autodesk, or you can reach out through our very extensive partner network. I really appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thanks again.